So yeah, we've actually got some really depressing news to talk about today. I'm not gonna like do this video going, oh yeah, like jokes or anything like that, or like any goofy shit of the nature like that, because like this is all very serious and all that. An actual kind of like shocking bit of news that kind of hit us all a bit hard. So we heard that exactly that there was so like was announced and all that there was going to be so many chapters left in Bleach, that there was only going to be a few and all that it was blacked out, and oh yeah, we wasn't going to know, and especially that the latest volume I believe just came out in Japan recently, volume 73, and that the Bleach manga is to end in the 74th volume. So for what that means to people exactly with the chapters out as well, is since there's always 10 chapters out and there's 5 chapters at the moment, not like that's out at the moment, that means like Bleach has got 5 chapters left. Like that's as much. It's more than a month, like a month, which was crazy since everyone was thinking that it was going to be 20. Like that was what I was kind of going for. Like I was going to end in 2016, like late 2016, early 2016, but. Considering now that we've got 5 chapters, and you know, like I have a pop at Bleach all the time and all that. I call out for some of the stuff in the series. I call out, you know, like what I don't like, and I'm a lot more harsher with it than I probably might be with other series a lot of the time. But you know, I still, at the end of the day, enjoy. I mean, if you guys can see it, because I wanted to actually just turn over because I don't always show my bookshelf like that I do anymore. But there's a good chunk of Bleach there. There's 64 volumes there, and like it was really weird. There's like. Ironic that it's like I've only got like 10 volumes left to like collect in the series, and it's like, wow, like, you know, it just, I found it more insulting to Kubo, really, honestly, this news. Like it really upsets me as well, because, you know, something I've followed for so long has gone to an end. But I was talking with like, you know, 2 fellow like, you know, Bleach like people as well that know their shit and all that. I was talking with like James Hansen and like Soul about it, and like you think about it, it's like how much stuff, even regardless of we still, you know, the Watchlight and all that, I think Ichigo is dead. If he is, like, you know, at the end of the series, which, you know, I don't even know what they're going to be doing now, like, what Kubo's plan for, like, you know, the next 5 chapters or so, because it's just going to be so fucking fast-paced, like, coming from it, which, you know, like, the Aizen fight was pretty fast, even though that was, like, 3 chapters or so, like, adding into it, like, you got that. You got Aizen's, like, sounds like we're never going to see his Bankai, or he might see it through, like, a split second, or any, like, of the kind of matter to be having that. You've got the whole Fullbringers that just got completely skimmed over. We are never going to find out what's going to happen with them. We're never going to find out what happened to Haribel. I don't even know if we're going to get, like, a really good epilogue or not. Like, I have no idea at the moment, guys, and it's sad, and it's like, just how Jump's been treating it, it's been like throughout all the time. It's like, you know, it's really disgusting. It really is. Mind you, Kubo has done some of that himself. He doesn't get along with like some of, like, you know, like the like chief, like, you know, editors and all that, and like other people that, you know, want to do it. And yeah, he could have made it a little bit better for himself with the pacing wise. Like he could have done it, you know, he could have made things a little bit faster. But I felt like, especially with last week's chapter, like when it came into that, maybe we should have seen that coming, considering that we just had Gerard, we just had the like, you know, we got that fucking chicken wing motherfucker, like he's off screen, Kira's whole fight as well, that's on there. Like adding into that is like probably won't see much of the Hushwalt now, like that is gone. So, and just thinking about it, like just how many characters and all that, like can even try and clean it up at like 5 more chapters to end, like it's ridiculous. I feel like since it was like such a big number there, we was thinking like, oh wow, like, you know, it's gonna have like a couple more, like, you know, material and all that, but no, like it's really depressing, and like I feel really bad for like more like for more of the bigger Bleach fans than I, and more like especially for Kubo now, like especially like I don't know, it's just like I came out of this just like feeling just actually just generally depressed. Like I was like, just like what they've done, like, you know, I'm just so fucking like upset, and I really hope that like Kubo does another manga after Bleach and all that, because like, you know, it's like regardless of what, 74 volumes, most series can't even fucking do that, and it's like it spells as well if the manga's ending, are we even then to get like, there's no point really in doing an anime through a series that's like kind of ended just now, like, you know, there's a rare exception of the case and all that, and like, you know, Bleach does fucking massive numbers as well. So who knows? Like it's thinner and thinner, and now with the manga, like I hate to say it, guys, but yeah, it's gonna be The only thing that you got likely and all that is maybe in a couple of years' time and all that, they may want to do a reboot or something, or there could be a potential with OVAs, like, but I don't think you're going to get that full anime series for the last part of the war. Like, I don't know, guys. Like, it's just so up in the air at the moment. And, you know, like, just to think about it, like, Naruto, like, ended as well, and that fucking hurt. I mean, it ended on 72 volumes, like, literally at, like, chapter, like, 700, and I'm just thinking here, it's like, you know, like, well, exactly what they're wanting to do with Bleach as well. It's like, you know, don't do the same fucking thing. Like, you know, like, oh, is there any, like, honorable to end at that? No, is it? Fuck. Like, is it, like, you know, if you got the idea to plan it, like, Kishimoto was never really, like, forced that much to do it and all that, but, like, regardless of what, like, you know, Bleach is just going to be shy of, like, if this is adding up to correctly, it's going to be, like, ending at, like, 685 or something like that. It's going to be around about that amount of volumes. So, yeah, like, I mean, what else can I say, guys, and all that? Like, for all the people that were saying, like, oh, it's going to end in 20 chapters, well, I guess you look fucking dumb now, don't you? You look like a bunch of twats, because now everyone's got to suffer, and we've now just got an even more rushed fucking ending. So, you know, there we go, like that, and, you know, it sucks. It generally sucks and all that. Like, I honestly wish, and I feel like, what was the point of, like, kind of teasing that fucking thing if it was like, oh yeah, next week we're just going to announce anyways ending, like, on the volume. So, yeah, I guess it was just like, I hope, like, if they's got that chance, I hope just Kubo's got a plan. I really just hope he can save it, but I hope people know that there are going to be, like, stuff majorly cut. Not everything, it's not going to end perfectly, and that hurts like that. So I feel like, just out of respect, you should just let the fucking manga just finish it fucking off like that. But no, like get it out there so you can get like some other fucking manga, and then it's gonna be fair. Like, if this happened to Oda, people would fucking riot. No, but if it happened to Kubo or anyone else and all that, if it happened to Sorachi, if it happened to like Akira Amano, no, it wouldn't happen to them. They only give a fuck about that. But yet, though, Bleach still does numbers, but yet in the magazine it's just not respected. So, you know, like, I'm finding it just like fucking just disgusting that, you know, that they'll do that for the fucking the cash cow that they've got over there, but and yet something that's like doing numbers like Haikyu, yet they won't give it the respect. It pisses me off. It generally does. I'm more pissed off than I am upset. Like, that's all it is. Like, so I'm gonna end it there. Like, so yeah, it's a sad video. Like, there's no happiness part out there. Like, the only thing we can hope is that it just has that decent ending, and I hope, like with most series, it gets that little epilogue. I'd like to see what happens to Ichigo, like, you know, afterwards and all that, whether he goes to Soul Society, you know, what happens to the characters after a few years, you know, like, I hope so, but, like, we've got to see what the fuck's going to go on. But, yeah, reviewing the last couple of chapters of Bleach is going to be a weird one, so, yeah, that's going to be a very depressing run. So, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below, but that's all from me, so thank you very much for watching as always, and if you love Bleach and enjoy it as much as I do, then you know where to hit that like, you know where to hit that subscribe. So yeah, hopefully next time I can bring you a more happy video, and I hope that, you know, I can say goodbye to Bleach and all that in open arms and all that when it ends and all that, you know, just give it the good old thumbs up and all that, and a good old wave and a pat on the back, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna end it there. So thank you very much for watching as always, though, and I'll see you guys next time.